Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop. I'm so excited. I got to go to one of my favorite parks and I just followed my bliss today and I was like, I want to work completely outside. It's 70 degrees, sunny, and I always observe really interesting things when I come to this park, like whether it is just animal or people and behaviors. For instance, as soon as I sat down at the picnic table, a young youth group was moving through to the center field to go have a frisbee toss and exercise, and I saw this one little fellow sneak off, and really obvious from where I was sitting hiding, he wanted to smoke a cigarette and talk on his phone to somebody. So he was able to do that, hop from tree to tree, and he was always on the lookout until finally one of the either guardians or teachers noticed that he was missing. So he went in search of him, and it was funny how the kid just like played it out. He acted like he was just, smelling the flowers and walking around and acting all casual. But it's so funny to be able to just observe people peacefully. And I made a pact with myself after doing some reading last night, and it was basically to be out of my house every day by 12, not be on devices and scrolling or watching TV or doing anything that's indoors on a nice day, to be out, get immediately to the park, get some exercise in, and then reinstate my work outside because it's so freeing and gorgeous anyway. And this is what I feel like is taking place for a lot of us. When we have this soul family, happy reunion, support, order from chaos, it says anytime that we want, we can take control of our life. We can call up somebody we haven't seen in a while and reconnect. We can DM them. We can reestablish connections for happy reunions, right? And find the support that we need. I love doing this on my IG. I have a lot of people that are trying to reach their creative potentials and their business potentials. And sometimes we just need to advise each other and listen to each other and be there and support one another. It is a wonderful capacity that we share as humans to be able to do to help inspire and connect with other people. So this definitely embodies potential, this soul family card. This is us feeling more aligned, being more expansive, having faith in our journey, trusting in all the possibilities. And I was listening to one of my best and favorite girls out there, Tori the Hope Dealer over on Guided Intuition, and she was talking about how don't be afraid to walk through those doors of opportunity when they open. Don't feel that you're not worthy of passage through there. They open for a reason. This is available to you and availed to you for a sole reason. You're meant to walk through and to reach your potential and see the possibilities and where you're going and realize your limitlessness, a new healthy perspective, and knowing that through intuitive insight, these doors are always going to be there for you. So again, if you don't feel prepared, how I prepare myself is usually within nature. I heard something really interesting while I was driving to the park, that nature is your church, nature is your playground, nature will find your potential. And it always does for me. I speak differently, I walk differently, and I'm activated in different ways when I'm out in nature. I truly can govern my thoughts when I'm in nature because there's such beauty surrounding that I can connect to, as opposed to, I need to do those dishes, or I need to feed that cat, or I need to do something, right? So let's check out our environments. Now, I love the spirit guides, looking for signs, philosophical discussions, and supervision. Always be on the lookout for signs. They will be there. We have so much psychic potential in each of us, but sometimes we just close down into the 3D with our to-do list, right? For instance, on my drive to the park, I started doing a to-do list. I'm like, I passed a supermarket, I should do A, B, and C. I passed Michael's and the craft store, I should be doing A, B, and C. And I was like, well, first of all, that is kind of like patterned and comfort zone thinking. It's like, I've done that before, I know what to expect. And I was like, why don't you just grab all your materials and go out and go do your daily and do your reads outside? You feel free, you feel good. And also something I experienced on the way, by having present moment awareness, I saved myself with a collision with a big police vehicle, because what happened was the green arrow downtown switched on and I almost gunned it like I usually do, but something told me to wait a second, and thank goodness I did, because right at that moment, within a 2-second fraction, it was like an SUV police vehicle came, stopped all of the traffic for a funeral procession. And it really was on the drop of the dime that had I gunned it, I would have hit that car right dead center. So when we listen to our psychic guides and our intuitive voice, we do save ourselves some problematic situations, because I really would have hit that vehicle and I thought, wow, that was really lucky. And yes, I had to wait a good probably 4 to 5 minutes because it was a really long funeral procession. But I thought, you know what? I'm in no hurry. And it's something that I was probably meant to bear witness to as well. And immediately I just started thinking about how lucky it is that I'm alive and people I love are alive and I'm not in that funeral procession, just one of those things. And I feel like these are always lessons that were lent. And, that's a philosophical discussion right within me and my guide, saying when I listen to them, I am held safe. It's that Fool kind of card. So again, spiritual guidance, our psychic potential, our awareness, our intuitive insight. And another little thing, like when I sat down at the table, there is a yellow jacket and a bee that is very interested in my devices and the fact that I had a juice, and it's just kind of on my iPad right now and mulling along. But I have to realize I don't need to be fearful. Bees aren't out with the intention to come and get us, and I'm in a park, and of course they're going to be there. And it's not a bumblebee, it's a yellow jacket. They behave a little differently, but I'm like, you know what? Just be at peace wherever you are. And I'm loving these cards so much. Again, you guys, these are the Sacred Light Oracle. And I did a flip through on the last video if you want to go check it out. And I'm really excited on the big video I'm about to do. I'm not only using these, but I'm going to use some new Alice in Wonderland Oracle holographic cards that are really wild and beautiful. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to actually tape that now. Such beautiful lighting out here. I'm telling you, it could not be more ideal weather-wise. There is a crisp, beautiful breeze. It smells like fresh mowed grass. There are these puffy little white clouds. I can hear the crickets and I can hear the birds in the distance. It's just so wonderful. And I'm so happy that I followed this kind of energy to bring me to this place, because I knew the signs that I was reading this morning was go out, be in nature, feel all the potential of the day by just having no super plans, but letting them just suggest themselves to us. So that's your daily pop, you guys. Love and light.